it's Ange here. Thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. I am going out and celebrating my 29th wedding anniversary tonight with my husband, and I thought I would create this girly, hopefully romantic makeup look. I've done a complete get ready with me for you, and I have used a new palette that I received yesterday. It was just released last week by Viseart. It is exclusive to beautylish.com and retails for $49 US, and I utilized this palette and I am super happy with the outcome. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, please keep watching. Okay, so this is the prep for my evening out tonight. So I'm in my wee room. I'm actually in a wee room that I repainted and got organised last weekend. My son moved out of home last week and went flatting, so I repainted this room. I've set it up as a permanent filming station so that I'm hoping that I can get videos done in the evenings after work and that I can have my weekends free. As I mentioned in a previous video, I am going to try out this lovely wee mask here today. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, and it says Next Generation Intelligent Skincare Instant Magical Facial Dry Sheet Mask, Expert Facialist, results in just 15 minutes. It hydrates, lifts, reduces wrinkles, smooths and brightens. So as I'm having an evening out tonight, I am going to try this little baby on. And apparently if I am very careful with it and look after it well, I should get up to 5 uses out of this one mask. So we'll see how we go, because it is pricey. It's $22 US for the one sheet mask. So this is how it comes out of the packet. This actually is dry. It's like a wet wipe or a makeup wipe that's dried out. So that's interesting. Okay, loop top hooks over there, so I'm going to look rather interesting. So top those over the ears, and I can't see because I need to bring it down. There we go. Oh dear, now I look like Hannibal Lecter. Okay, then it says gently massage on top to activate dry mask. Leave on for 15 minutes. Okay, massage. I can't feel anything happening. Gently massage on top to activate your dry mask. Oh, seriously, this is unusual because it still feels very dry. Oh no, it has released something on my skin. Okay. And I shall leave on for 15 minutes. So I have removed the mask and I'm just going to go ahead with my normal moisturiser. I have already used eye cream. Okay, so we're all prepped, ready to go. This is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. I'm just noticing as I'm sitting here in this natural light that all my pores are wide open. I'm now going to use the Becca the Becca Backlight Targeted Colour Corrector in Peach. I have only used this once before, but I'm trying to cover up all my pigmentation. I'm still learning the best way to make this work. I'm very conscious of my pigmentation at present. Apart from my pigmentation, I'm really pleased with my skin health at the moment. And I know it's my own fault, it's all sun damage, and as we've had a very warm, hot summer, we do live a lot of our lives outdoorsy, and I'm very guilty, even though I am fastidious with my sunscreen. For the amount of time I am probably outdoors, my sunscreen is obviously not adequate enough, plus for the fact that, you know, using acids and retinols on my face makes it even more photosensitive, and my DNA heritage contributes to that as well. So I have pigmentation for Africa, I have pigmentation just everywhere on my face. So trying this out, seeing how it goes, not sure how effective and whether I should like blend it like this. So it's all a learning curve for me, because I just sort of feel that you can still see it when I do this, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, now taking my Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation and my Tarte Quickie Sponge, both featured in my recent makeup haul video, of makeup I've hauled over the last few months. This has fast become my most favourite foundation though for my oily skin. I like blending most of my foundations, probably 90% of my foundations, with a sponge, probably more than anything. Quick and easy, it definitely blends well. I have no trouble with streaking without it looking too cakey, because I do like a full coverage foundation. See, I can still see the pigmentation peeking through, but that's okay. I will do another thin layer just on my cheeks of foundation. That is foundation. I'm going to go in with my Sicily Concealer in the shade number 2. This is very good for mature under eyes. And I'm just going to dot that. This shade has a lovely peachy undertone. And then I'm just going in with the other end of my sponge. Then for setting my under eye, I use the Hourglass Ambient lighting and diffused light just to lightly set that under my eye. Then, as always, my favourite powder for my face is my RMS Beauty Unpowder. I'm trying to be very good in putting my makeup away as I go. Something I'm enjoying about this new setup is that I can have everything in these lovely drawers here. So taking my RMS powder, I love this powder, it's so finely milled, and it sets my foundation to a lovely matte finish without looking over powdery. And the brush I'm using is the Morphe E41 brush. I really like this brush. Great dupe, I feel, for my Lumiere brush, which was very expensive. This is a lot more affordable and I like it just as much. Well, not just as much, but it's a great alternative. And just sweeping that all away. Going in with my contour, I'm going to use the Kevin Aucoin Medium Sculpting Powder in my little wee palette here. And I'm not sure if you can see that the pigmentation is still showing through, so hopefully I'll get a bit better at learning to cover those up without, my problem is I want to cover them up but I don't want to be super cake face. So just a light contour there. Down my nose. I do have a rather wide nose. And then I'm probably doing this all back to front. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. I love this little product. And as I've said, I do have my brows microbladed, but when I wear makeup I do like to zhuzh them up just a little bit. It just completes the whole overall makeup look. Just brushing them up with that brow gel first, because all my brows grow downwards and it's really frustrating. Okay, then taking my NYX Micro Brow, so we'll just zhuzh them up a little bit. Bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze. I really love this bronzer. It was a limited edition, but apparently it is coming out again for this American summer coming. So if it is a limited edition, I would get your hands on it if you can, as it was a lot of people's favourites once they did try it. And it was in a lot of favourite lists. Okay. Now I am going to just tidy that up underneath with my Kat Von D Lock-It powder. This is the whole hog makeup I do if I'm doing something, going somewhere special, and as it is my 29th wedding anniversary, I better make a bit more of an effort tonight. I may just pop a little bit under my eyes whilst we do makeup. I've never done this before, so this is going to be interesting how I come out or fare at the end of it with. Hopefully my eyes aren't crepey. So a few new things today. Okay, I'm a little bit discombobulated today because it's all new setup, but I'm sure the more I do it, the more comfortable I will be in my surroundings. Okay, NARS Pro Prime is smudge proof eyeshadow base. I am going to pop that on both eyes. It's my go-to eyeshadow base. Just blend that in. What I love about this room is I've got a big window facing all the natural light, and I don't have to fluff around, and it's all there. I'm just hoping I get this done before the sun comes around and I get blinded by too much light. Okay, now I am going to try this new palette by Viseart. It came out last week and I ordered it on the day it launched. At the moment it is exclusive to beautylish.com, so I placed my order as soon as it came out. And the first palette that they brought out like this was called Golden Hour, and this is called Tryst. I didn't get Golden Hour, but I did pounce on this one. It comes with a beautiful mirror and these beautiful neutral colours again. The only thing is that it comes with this little plastic insert which has all the names of the shadows, but when you remove it there are no names on the palette, but at least you do have them and you can pop them in there. So this would be another great travel palette with all the neutral colours in here, and I am going to try this for the first time. Taking my big brush that I always do my first shade with, I am not going to use that one because there isn't a pale colour here, so I'm just going to reach for my Viseart Neutral Mattes, and I do like to place a creamy colour all over the lid of my eye before blending any transition colours. So that's the white colour from the Neutral Mattes palette. Okay, now we'll get started with the transition colours. Going in with a Morphe R37 brush, and I will take this first peach colour. It's called Danger Use, so I'm going to go in with that peachy toned colour and just go in my above my crease line due to the whole hooded eye thing. So there's my crease there, and I'm going completely above it. These shadows would have been beautiful for a Valentine's Day look actually. Very very girly colours. Now I'm quite surprised. This looks quite peachy in the pan, probably more peachy in the pan than it's showing on camera, but it's actually, I feel, translating quite pinkish on my lid. The sun is swinging round and the heat is rising. I think at 6:30 this morning it was 21 degrees Celsius then, so very warm. And I just like to just keep blending, keep adding rather than going in heavy-handed at the beginning. I would rather add layers. So going up in this high area here. Okay, staying with the same R37 brush, I'm going to go in with this quite pinky colour here, and it is called Liaison. I actually do quite like that. So there's 1, 2, I think 3 mattes in here, and some satins and some shimmery colours, so I'll need to look that up to confirm what they are, but it looks like 3 mattes. Oh, I really like this. This is quite similar to Makeup Geek's Tuscan Sun, if you are familiar with it. And I am keeping this in the same position as the first colour, but just happy to bring it down and blend it down a little bit closer to my crease. These are very pinky compared to what I am normally using, but that is a beautiful thing. Something nice and different. I actually feel like it's making my brown eyes pop too. It's rather pretty. So that was the R37. Now I'm going to go in with a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush, and I'm going to go in with this colour here called Paramour, and I am just going to dip that in there and just go on the outer third, or the outer portion of my eye, and then I might drag it into the crease area as well. Now once again, as I always do, I don't just do the V in this on the lid area, I go up a bit higher so that when I open my eye, there we go, so when I open my eye like that, you can still see that colour and it doesn't get lost in my hood. These colours are very pretty, very feminine colours. I'm actually quite pleased that I've been trying some different eyeshadow palettes out recently that are not your normal neutral brown, so this is definitely different to what I have had in my collection in the past, and I really quite am enjoying it so far. Even though this is a first impression, I am liking how it's turning out. So once again, just coming up above my crease so that you can see it when my eyes are open. And sometimes you could even just look straight ahead and use that as a guide as well, but I sort of have got used to where I need to have it. And blending it into the crease, well above the crease really, to create something that's a little bit higher than my natural crease line, hopefully to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. Going back in with my R37 and going to go back in with that peach colour and just blending that through. And then with that first colour, and just really blending that up. Taking a Makeup Geek Outer V brush and I'm going to go with this beautiful dark reddish brown, and that is called Illicit. Pretty names too. I might tap that off, and I am literally just going to do the outer portion of my eye. And connecting it to the under. Going back with that 227 from Zoeva with no extra product on it, and just blending it into that Paramore colour. And I might just take it up just a little bit higher, but using the 227 to blend that. Like so. And on the other side. Now I'm going to go in with this beautiful peachy gold colour here on my actual lid. So taking my Smashbox primer water, I will just spray my brush, which is a Morphe R13. And I'll dip it in there. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be beautiful. Oh, yum. That is really, really nice. I am impressed. So from being in a funky mood this morning into putting this beautiful makeup on, I am feeling a lot better than I was earlier today. Mind you, it was hot and bothered from the weather, and did some gardening and houseworky chores after a week at work, so this is always a much better pastime than doing housework and gardening. That colour with those pinky purpley tones is absolutely divine. So I'm going to go back in and just blend everything out with that first blending brush I had. Now what I'm going to do is take a fluffy brush and blend away my powders. I need a bigger one. Not blending away, I probably left it on too long. There we go. Blending it away. Not sure if baking under my eyes was the best thing to do. I think I might purchase some shadow shields instead in the future. Probably a better idea for a mature under eye. Hopefully that will just soften up a little bit with the warm weather. I'm glad I didn't do blush before, because it's come out a lot more pinkety purpley than I expected, but I am really happy with that. So I'm just going to finish off under my eyes. I really like these colours. I'm taking a Wayne Goss number 19 brush, and I'm going to take the second colour Liaison and just blend under the eyes. Taking a clean Sigma E35, E25, sorry. I'm just softening that up. Okay. I never know whether to do an inner corner highlight only because of my mature eyes, but seeing as it is an evening out tonight, I'm going to take the colour Rendezvous, which is a pinky champagne-y colour, and just pop that in the inner corner. At least it sort of finishes off that shadow there. Very impressed. I've got to try and remember to keep putting the shade colours back in there, but I am very, very, very impressed with those colours. Okay, I might go in with this blush first. Actually, I'm going to do a mixture. I'm going to do a mixture of this Milani blush in a Dolce Pink, but first of all I'm going to go in with this mauvey colour here from my Ambient lighting palette. Just for a bit of depth of colour, and then I'm going to top it off with the Dolce Pink because it's a pretty soft pink. I like my blush probably because I like a full coverage foundation. I just like to put some colour back into my face. Finishing off the eyes, I am going to get used to having everything here, but I will go in with black liner, and I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Blacker gel liner. Then on the lower waterline I'm going to go in with the fine liner in Blackberry and just line my waterline. Monsieur Bid by Lancome. I'm really enjoying this mascara. Want to make the lashes va-va-voom. One coat. Whilst we wait for the one coat to dry, I'll go with my metallic strobe lighting palette, and I like to go just across all of the powders. Just do tops of my cheeks. Cupid's bow. Tip of my nose. Another coat of mascara. Going in with Pillow Talk lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury. And a new lipstick I have from MAC is called Dandy Apple. It's just a wee mini that I got. I think it needs a bit of gloss. I will just top it off with a little bit of White Russian from Buxom. Ice Cream Truck. For glossy lips, going in with MAC's Extended Play Giga Black. Do the lower lashes. Okay guys, so that is the finished look. I am really happy with it. I think it is a beautiful palette, and I love my new Too Faced foundation. I love the flawless matte look that I get with it. I'm loving the colours of this eyeshadow. So this Viseart palette was an absolute hit. As I said, it was a very new edition. It only arrived yesterday, so it wasn't in my video from last week with my recently hauled makeup, and I am extremely happy with that. So I would highly recommend, if you like romantic, girly, pretty eyeshadow colours, that the Tryst palette from Viseart is an awesome palette. This is $49 US and you can get it from beautylish.com, and they ship to New Zealand, which is great. I think this is what I'm going to wear tonight. Unfortunately, with my little chunky body at the moment, I have got very limited use of my wonderful wardrobe. I don't fit a lot of things at the moment. I have been 1 week into my healthier eating plan and exercise. I was able to fit in 2 forms of exercise during the week, and my eating was good. It wasn't fantastic 100% of the time, but I think I nailed it 80%. So if I can do that going forward, hopefully I'll see my body shape change and those scales drop, which is my goal. So thanks for joining me guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did and you really like these eyeshadow colours, please give it a thumbs up or let me know in the comments below. But I am really impressed with them. They definitely are colours that I probably wouldn't have worn before. And if you haven't already and would like to subscribe to my channel, please click the subscribe button. I upload 2 videos a week, and I would love to see you back for more videos. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later. Bye.